System 1 loaded. Booting up system. Loading.
Gabriel Valentine.
Loading.
Dan Brozo. This is the Digital Lizards of Doom show live at Meltdown. 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 Meltdown.
Go to town on a Wednesday. Gonna watch the new Star Wars trailer. Sorry. We were doing that. We were doing that before the mics were on.
Man,
and our producer Jesse over here is shaking his
yeah,
head
he's just
indignantly at us.
Jesse has really bad ideas today, so
yeah, he made us do that. No, hey, this is a children-friendly show. Do not pull out the bird on camera, Jesse.
Anyways, how's it going, guys?
Hi, it's the D-Lodge Show.
Welcome to the D-Lodge Show. Really hope you like
We're very
jokes.
sing-songy today.
Yeah, we've been watching way too much Disney, I think.
Yeah, much to Jesse's chagrin, we're very sing-songy today. And we apologize to those of you at home that don't like songs. But
yeah, if you don't like love and peace and harmony, then
and
we are really
happiness
sorry.
and birds that land on your shoulder and give you a little kiss on the cheek. And yeah, there's a bluebird on my shoulder. So,
all right.
So okay,
we're gonna watch the new Star Wars trailer.
Yeah, we've been
bottom line, blah 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 blah.
All over the internet right now, and like for the past like forever, there's been Star Wars trailer reaction vids,
and everyone keeps calling us out, saying, "Hey, when are you guys gonna?" Yeah, so we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do
against our better judgment.
Okay.
So here,
we're both like everybody's doing this. We don't need to do it.
We got it synced up.
Okay, so we're gonna play the trailer in the corner so you can see what we're seeing and so you know what we're reacting to. But here we go. Neither of us have seen the new trailer yet.
No.
No, we've seen the first one.
Time.
The first
well,
one
the
with
teaser.
like the pronged lightsaber thing. And yeah.
So
seen that
here we
one.
go. Let's do it.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
It's gonna be PG.
PG. Oh, dude. Is that a
Is that a small?
This is Tatooine.
Whoa, Naboo got.
No, that's Tatooine. You can tell because it's brown.
They got a lot of wheat now.
They got a lot of wheat. Oh, Leia just biffed it, dude.
That's Leia's daughter, bro.
Oh, is
Don't be an idiot.
Whoa, Coruscant is
Dude,
crazy,
what?
dude. Wait, the clothes. This looks very like.
They're going for a more modern feel.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Disney's just pumping its name all over this thing.
I thought this was Lucasfilm.
Wait, this looks like a Victorian.
No,
household.
this one's gonna take place on our planet, like part of
Oh.
it. Yeah. Obviously.
Okay.
What?
Is that Clooney?
It's Richard Gere, dude.
That's George Gere?
No, it's Richard Gere.
Okay,
Dude.
so wait, why is Richard Gere in this? I thought. No,
Well,
that's.
they're not gonna show like Mark Hamill or anybody till like the end.
That's like the super reveal. I heard Chewie's in this trailer though.
Yeah, Chewie's gonna be in it at the end.
Oh, dude, are Droidekas gonna roll out now?
Well, Stormtroopers.
Oh, dude, they got it on lockdown. This is like the garbage scene.
Yeah, dude.
New Hope. Dude, he had like a lightsaber. Dude, he has a gun
lightsaber
with a lightsaber
guns.
Oh, dude, this is insane. Oh, bro.
What in the world?
Oh, dude.
Leia's daughter's not as hot as I thought she would be.
They have a lightsaber
Just
portal.
saying.
Oh my god, dude.
This is ridiculous.
Lightsaber walls?
Oh,
dude,
man.
they're putting lightsabers on
This is gonna be
everything.
brutal.
This is more
This
violent
is
than
pretty
I'm used
dark,
to.
dude.
What the heck is
The new
that?
blasters. New blasters.
Dude, wall blasters. I heard about those. Oh my god.
This is a little nuts.
Oh, dude. Wait, it's coming out in May now?
It's coming out in May.
May of 2016?
They moved it up.
Okay. Oh, wait, May of this year?
Yeah.
Okay, tight.
Dude, this looks insane.
Dude.
The new droids look.
Yeah,
the new droids.
There's a Grievous.
Grievous is coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grievous is coming back.
And that's a.
That's Yoda's pod,
that's
dude,
an
from
O-wing.
Revenge of the Sith.
That's an O-wing, dude.
Wait, what?
Well, it's like in a long time ago tomorrow land. In a distant tomorrow land. I think they're going for that.
What?
I didn't see Chewie at all, though, is my one thing.
What did you just make us watch?
Star Wars. There's a New Hope trailer. The trailer for A New Hope.
I
mean, a new Force Awakens, Force Tomorrow.
You're an idiot.
Let's talk about comics.
Welcome to Dizzy Doom's Comic Boom. Whoa. But yeah.
Reverb.
Whoa.
Whoa. Let's go, dude.
Anyways, let's do it. Let's do this.
We got an interview to get to.
I know, dude. There's a lot of stuff we got to talk about with Street Pass.
We've been getting complaints that we take way too long in these segments, too.
Do we?
I don't think we should take as long as we do. You thought I was going to go a different direction with that comment?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, because the interview is what's important about this show.
I'm totally down with that, though, because I like getting to the interview anyways.
We want people to read indie comics, and so we should expose them, but we shouldn't dawdle like what we're doing right now.
Are we dawdling?
We should never do what we
dawdling?
do.
All right, cool. Anyways, so let's just get to it. I have an IDW favorite. Obviously, you all know the X-Files series.
Dude.
I wasn't gonna do this one because, dude, whoa, you almost made me spoil something. But she's at the end. But no, it's not spoiler.
You almost made me spoil something. She comes in at the end.
No, I was gonna say something else. But no, she's at the end. But she's in the beginning and the end.
Oh, okay.
Because this whole issue, which I was about to explain, takes place during a thought.
Quick 3-person poll.
Mulder's having.
Who didn't want a piece of Scully growing up?
Anyways, so this...
Nobody raised their hand. We all wanted a piece of that. So, just intelligent and foxy and quick.
I keep some secrets to myself, dude.
That's fine. Not me, bro.
But
my Scully on my sleeve. Go, dude. Sorry.
That's your life motto. But
I wear my Scully on my sleeve.
Yeah, this one's really cool. Some of you might know, some of you probably don't know, but I am not a huge X-Files fan, but I like the show was pretty sweet. The movies I'm not too stoked about.
Yeah.
But
That's
series
universally accepted.
Is it? I think
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention to you, Jesse. But the series is pretty rad. This issue opens up with Mulder having like a memory from his childhood, and it actually gives a pretty big reveal on, like, if you're a fan of the X-Files series at all you need to do is read number 22. You should just go. Everything in this book will make sense. It's stinking insane. So there's a pretty big reveal about Mulder's past, like his beliefs.
Is this like canon X-Files content?
Yeah. It takes place in the same universe as like the series.
Okay.
So it's technically season 10. Mm-hmm. So check it out.
That's what it says on the thing. Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. So check it out. Scully comes in at the end, but there's a pretty. It's good. It's a pretty good series. So check it out. It's by IDW, Harris, Smith, and Bel Air. Our
Fresh Prince himself.
The Fresh Prince himself, and also there's a really cool ad for the new Turtles that's coming out. So that's what I was reading this morning. It was pretty sweet. I was stoked on it. So
when are we gonna have like the early 20s Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Huh?
Or like the middle-aged Mutant Ninja Turtles?
What?
Or like the over-the-hill Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh,
they was
I
teenage,
got you,
bro.
I was like,
they never seem
doink.
teenage either.
What's that? Dun, dun, dun.
That's a TMNT. That's Michelangelo over there. But
you're gonna have to get some B-roll of that.
Yeah, so we know what we're talking about. There's a big, like a thingy, like a giant figurine.
He's looking at us kind of weird.
Yeah, he's giving us the stank eye.
Yeah. Anyways,
that probably means we should hurry up. So if you're ever having like a failure to pretend things and you need like help, like imagining and having like electric feels,
dude,
you should probably pick up Mind MGMT, which is a comic book based on the band MGMT. Not at all. Not even close.
Oh, okay.
In fact, you know what?
Totally just psyched me out, bro.
That would be kind of cool. I've seen interviews with those dudes, and they don't seem like the coolest dudes, like on the chill.
Haven't you interviewed those guys at Coachella?
No.
Oh.
I did not meet MGMT. But I have a buddy who, anytime MGMT the band would come up, he'd be like, "It's management." And I was like, "Yeah, we know. No, we know, dude. We all heard the songs."
I thought you were supposed to come in with me, but
because it was a sing-songy episode. Anyways, failure to pretend. Okay, enough of that. So anyways, I had a friend that would always say, anytime anybody said MGMT, he was that guy that wanted to correct them, but they're actually called MGMT, not management. But I'm going to call this one Mind Management, because I think that's what the title of this one is. It is by a dude named Matt Kint, and
basically the first thing that I saw the cover of this and I immediately grabbed it because I'm an art guy. Like I like the cool art style.
He's a superior art guy.
This has some of the coolest art I've ever seen. It's like sketch style, and it's like dirty.
Oh,
and
gee, that
grungy.
is pretty sick.
It's really rad.
That
and
looks super old school too. And
It
they,
is,
They
and-
even leave like the borders in there. Which
Exactly,
is
they leave
crazy.
the borders in, and they have it's got like this newspaper papery texture to it. So just like from like a texture and like from like a 3D perspective, it's really cool. And that was the first thing that drew me to it. Lo and behold, I have not read the ones leading up to this one. This is edition 32, and I think there's going to be 36 total. It's in like the final story arc, and it's one of those ones where I'm like reading the beginning of the final arc, and now I'm like, well, now I have to go back and read all of them because it's really good.
That's okay though. That's what we do. We just pick up. That's what's
Exactly.
so cool about just discovering comics, and that's what we want
Exactly.
to encourage you guys to do. Just go pick up a random comic and check it out.
This
It's
one is
awesome.
really good. It's like spy thrillery. It's about like espionage and psychic powers. It's about like this organization that this person, they're like a writer, like a journalist, and they're trying to uncover stuff about this organization where the lead guy bounced and is now trying to like dismantle it.
Whoa.
So there's like all this crazy stuff going on with this organization, and there's like that's like the fun of reading this thing is like finding out like all this crazy stuff they've been up to, and really cool characters and really well written. And again, just visually and tactilely, it's a cool ass book.
Yeah.
So you should check
Sick,
it out.
man.
Mind Management by Matt Kent, really good. This is the most recent one, 32. So you got 32 to read right now. It comes out monthly.
Well worth your time.
Yeah, and it's been run. Oh, and they're making a movie out of it too. As of 2013, I think is when they started pre-production on it.
Awesome.
So that's probably in the nearest future.
Near future.
Exactly.
Should we get to our guest?
We should definitely get to Adolfo.
Sweet.
Street Pass San Diego Nintendo meetup group. Really rad. Let's talk to him and find out all about it.
Commando's guest of honor.
Commando?
Commandos.
Well, let's go Commando.
Because he doesn't wear underwear.
Well, should we not then
'Cause he's a
also?
robot. So technically he's a commando.
Well, I'm not a robot and I don't wear underwear.
Commando. Echoes.
Guest
Doesn't
of
even work.
honor.
So yeah.
Commander Echoes, guest of honor.
Our guest has arrived.
We are here, guys, with Adolfo Coronel from Street Pass San Diego. Does a lot of awesome stuff around town. So first off, just explain to us what Street Pass San Diego is, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, so Street Pass San Diego is it started out a few years back as just people meeting up to go over the functions of the 3DS, play with. Can I do that over? Because play with each other is going to sound really weird.
No, we're not. We're
that's
not
fine,
doing
that's
that.
No, we're definitely keeping that. That helps our ratings for sure.
Yeah, just people play a 3DS together. That sounds way better.
Yeah.
And just hanging out. And it originally started with like 5 people, I think. I came in pretty late into it. Now it's still the 3DS, but everything Nintendo now. So we have the Wii U, 3DS. We even brought in the 64 before.
Nice.
And it's just everything Nintendo. And it started out with 5 people. Now it's, I think last time we got around 200.
Dang.
That's awesome,
This Sunday
man.
actually that just passed.
And what event was that? The one that had
It was
200?
actually our 4th year anniversary.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of that.
Anniversary.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, dude.
You guys had
those
like
cakes
some-
look super
Yeah.
bomb, by the way, too.
I was
just about to talk about
all
this.
Michelle, who refuses to be on camera, but she did all those cakes herself.
Nice
Those are
job, girl.
beautiful, yeah. Good job.
She hated all of them, by the way.
Really?
Why?
Those cakes looked insane. Like I was
She's
like,
got
dude.
that like artist syndrome where she hates everything she does.
I understand that. But
that's
still,
okay.
when you do good, you do good. You know?
Did they fold, or did it just have that illusion?
No, we had a
No, because it looked like it folded. Like for real.
I mean,
that
you
was
could
crazy.
fold it. It just
We're going to put
ruined
some
the
pictures
cake.
up of these
Yeah.
cakes, yeah.
It folded, but you'd ruin the cake if you did that.
Yeah.
We just we had like one of those stands where you put paper in.
Mm.
Oh,
From
nice.
Office Depot, they had a clearance $5.
Right on. Shout out to Office Depot.
Shout out to Office for the
Our newest
hookup.
sponsor, yeah.
So yeah, we just put that behind it so that it would stand up.
Awesome, man.
And the other ones were the other ones were flat. But the 3DS one, that's how we did it.
Those cakes seriously looked bomb. I was like, dude, that would have been like.
I didn't taste a single one.
Really?
Yeah.
Just got bum rushed by guests.
Well, we gave them all out, and then after I just forgot to take a slice. It
That
usually
happens.
happens.
like
Dude.
melt in an office space. You're just handing on the,
Yeah.
the slice
Yeah,
nugs.
not for
I
yourself.
did not receive a piece of cake.
So this is so cool, man. So you said you came in like later to the game.
I came in when I came in. It was usually between 80 and 120 people already.
Mhm.
They had already established.
Dang.
It started out, like people just hanging out at a park, and a mall, because you could
Like literally when street pass.
Yeah. When it was it was on the streets.
So you guys were like
Took it to the roots.
the hipster like gamers.
Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
hipster flash mob gamers.
Like
yeah.
we were playing 3DS
Yeah.
before it was cool.
Well, back then it was easy. When it was a small crowd, you could just say like, "Oh yeah, let's meet up at a Starbucks," and you could, because
Yeah.
it's such a small crowd. They don't know the difference between you and like the high school rush.
Yeah.
But then it started getting bigger and bigger, and by the time I even started attending, they were already like 60 people.
Oh
and
wow.
They had to start getting permission from places to host events. And,
Dang. So
thankfully-
where were those events? The 60-person ones.
those were like there were some up in La Jolla. I think it's just called the La Jolla Room.
Mm.
And then there was
That's creative.
there were some at the Hazard. Yeah, very creative. There's the Hazard Center in Mission Valley
Okay.
or Fashion Valley,
Yeah.
and then we had was it like just public parks, things
Yeah.
like that. And now, thankfully, the library, the city of San Diego has been awesome. I mean, I just gotta throw that out there. The city of San Diego is really, really big on supporting like just the community, not just the Nintendo community, just the community in general.
Mhm.
So I mean, just that space at the library has been extremely, extremely helpful. Now, especially now, our biggest event was last August. We had one based around music in video games, and that one ended up netting somewhere about between 220 and 230 people.
Yeah.
And
What exactly was that event like? How did it incorporate music?
we
into it?
actually we had a chiptune DJ, Spacetown Savior.
Nice.
Space Town Savior.
Yeah,
dude.
Spacetown Savior played.
Nice.
It was actually like I think a week before he moved up to Santa Cruz.
Mm.
So
I was about to say, I was like, I didn't think he was here.
No, he
anymore, but,
was it then. He
Yeah.
was then. And actually what was kind of really cool is the day before our event was the Pokemon World Championships, and they were playing his music throughout the event.
Mhm.
He didn't even know they were going to do that.
That's crazy.
But it was really cool. And then the next day he played at our event. We also had some of the people from the community. We asked people to let us know if they wanted to show off their skills. So we had one person singing, doing like singing songs from video games that she liked, and then we
That's
had
awesome.
another guy playing the piano, doing covers of songs. And then the main event was Spacetown Savior.
That's so sick,
That's really
man.
cool.
And we also try to incorporate a lot of free play, like have people having something that makes people interact with each other now. Because originally, when you just are on your 3DS, you kind of alienate yourself at times. You just check.
Yeah, you're staring at a
You're
screen.
just checking the tags, and you might be lucky. You might find people that are playing a game you want to play. But even that, if you don't know them, sometimes it's kind of weird
Yeah.
asking like, "Hey, are you playing that game?" So we've
Hey,
started.
can I get that puzzle piece really quick?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I need help with that monster.
Can you break me out of this cage, bro?
Yeah. But we started incorporating bringing consoles and asking people to bring consoles, and now it's a lot easier when you see that Mario Kart is already playing. So you just kind of you go up to it and you
so cool.
and you challenge someone, or I guess in Smash it's even better. You really challenge people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
Just put the quarter on the machine right there.
yeah.
I got next, bro.
So how did you become like one of the main head honchos?
Well,
Like, how'd you get into that?
It's weird. There's no bosses in Street Pass. So there's
There's just certain people that wear the
There's
shirts.
just there's just mini bosses.
There's I guess there's many.
Sorry,
There's
I made it funny. You set that one up for me, dude.
There's right now there's 5 of us. As of yesterday, there's 5 of us. Before that, it was just 3 of us, and then we're administrators. Is what we call each other.
That's cool.
And all we do
You
is
should call each other mini bosses from
Mini
now
You
on.
should call each other
Yeah,
mini
there's
bosses.
5 mini bosses.
I'm actually a
Yeah.
little disappointed.
But see, that gives the impression that there's a main boss somewhere in there that you got to beat after.
that's even. It's
Plus,
like,
mini bosses sounds like someone has to like beat me.
but that's kind of cool. It can be like the what's that game? The is like probably like the top PlayStation 2 game of all time. Oh my gosh,
Spyro.
No. Where you fight the giant monster.
Shadow of the Colossus?
Shadow of the
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Remember
game.
there was like a 7th Colossus, but I mean, it's pretty. Everyone thinks it's a myth, but there's like that 7th Colossus or something that like you could go
That
and
nobody
beat.
knows about.
I never heard
about this.
You didn't hear about that?
No, I
It
only
could be like that. It could be like this legend that just like looms
Dude, I'm
over
gonna
the
go home and
entire
play
world.
that game.
Ah.
That's a
Yeah,
really
because
good game.
people spent hours and hours, and then there's like
looking for it.
there's even video footage on YouTube of like this Colossus that's not in the game that people are fighting, but a lot of
Oh.
people think that it was created by like hardcore fans. But yeah, there's a
Oh,
7th.
okay.
There's supposed
That's
to be like a
tight.
7th Colossus that like nobody can find in the game. So
I didn't
you could
even
do it
know
like that, dude.
Yeah.
So there is no boss. It's just like this.
It's a
legend.
rumor.
One
Yeah.
of those rumors
Yeah.
from video
Yeah.
games that your friend of a friend.
Yeah. Then you could start
did
a
it.
cult.
Yeah.
And then you could get
Dude.
Minibosses.
So Minibosses,
Which is
So-
actually a video game music cover band too.
Minibosses.
Minibosses, yeah.
Ah.
It's like ska style-ish.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Minibosses.
Minibosses if you still exist.
So, well, Michelle and I, we started out. We used to be part of another gaming group that did a few tournaments here and there, but we weren't really happy in it. And we were attending Street Pass San Diego events, and we really liked that. And I guess they just saw that we already had the experience and liked what we were doing, or liked to do things like.
Mhm.
You know, Michelle, every time we do an event, she's the ideas one for me. She, like the cakes, she wanted to do those.
She's
and-
shaking her head over there.
yeah, she does not like the attention. But the cakes were her idea, and she wanted to, she goes forward with it. And then every time we have an event, she wants to decorate the whole thing, to give it like that central theme.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if it was up to me, I'd just be like, here it is.
We're
Get
at
to
the
play it.
library. Let's
That's
play
awesome.
games. Yeah.
The central theme makes everything look really cool.
Yeah, it takes it to the next level for sure.
Yeah, so-
Pardon the pun.
So they just asked us to if we wanted to join in, and we didn't even have to think about it. We were all
Like,
for it
yeah.
at that point, and since then we've just it's been great.
That's awesome. So what is your like role, I guess, since you don't like the term?
Well, I mean,
Boss.
all of us do the same thing. It's kind of weird because basically we think of the next event, and then all of us just kind of shoot out ideas. And if it's your idea, you go forward with it. I mean, if I say I think we should, like if it's Monster Hunter and I say I think we should get Capcom involved, then when I say that, that's also insinuating I'm going to contact Capcom. If Michelle says want to make cake, we should have some cool cakes. Either she's going to make them or she's going to find whoever's going to make them. So it's shooting out ideas, but at the same time, when you shoot out the ideas, you're kind of insinuating that you're going to take the lead on that.
Yeah.
That you like the sound of this, so you're going to do it. And then everyone, if you need help, you ask for help, or especially a lot of times we have to split the cost, because it is everything we do is free, but a lot of people have this misconception that we're officially sponsored by Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not. We do things, everything we do is for Nintendo, but they're not paying us, they're not sponsoring us. I mean, let me take that back. They do sponsor us at events sometimes. If we reach out to them and tell them, we have this really great idea for this event, could you guys help us out? They've always been really cool about sending us stuff to give out to everyone.
Awesome. Very
But
cool.
as far as payment or venues or any of that, they don't.
Yeah.
We're not staffed by them.
Yeah.
So nobody's making money off of this.
Oh no, we're losing money, left and right.
So this is like goodness of your heart kind of thing.
yeah.
But it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I mean,
So
we
mad respect for
we
that.
all love it. So it really is. It's
That's
Yeah, I
art
want-
in its like finest, purest form.
Mhm.
Like that really is. It's
something all of it. Everyone, and not just the ones that are not just the mini bosses.
Yeah.
Also the people that come. It's all just it's a hobby or a passion that everyone has that they want to go forward with. So for us, it's just the events. Every time we have an event, we always just want to make it better than the last one.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which is why we're losing money left and right now. But
yeah, it gets addicting.
yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Because those cakes were great, but all that was
We
was
gotta
that-
have cake next time.
yeah, and all that was out of pocket. And,
Sorry, Michelle, you're gonna have to make more cake.
every now and then we used to have cookies or donuts, and it was cool when it was like 60 people or even less sometimes.
Yeah.
And once we started hitting hundreds, like over 100, it started getting harder to get food for everyone.
Is that something? I don't even know if you would like. Don't want to start a war here, but I'm just saying, like, have you guys ever thought about like maybe starting to charge like a really small amount for the events, or is that
just,
never going to happen?
It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, the reason we even have the library space is because we don't charge. It has to be a free community event.
Okay.
But even then, aside from that, I don't know. I don't think any of us would feel good charging entrance.
Yeah.
Even for tournaments, when we have tournaments, a lot of places, they have cash pots too, but a lot of places charge for entry. But our official ones, we don't charge. It's just everything should be free if it's through, Street Pass San Diego.
Yeah. Awesome, man. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, that's really rad.
Red Bull's also really cool about sponsoring.
Like giving you guys product.
That's what they tell us here at Villainous Lair.
Yeah.
They tell us like, one of the staff members downstairs is always like, I'm gonna get like some Red Bull for you guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, Red Bull.
He hasn't yet, but
no, but Red Bull has been super cool. I mean, it's kind of weird working with them sometimes because they don't tell us when they're coming. They don't confirm. No, they just no, they never confirm. We ask them like, we're having this event. Could you guys please come and have the wings team there, kind of representing, and then we don't get a response, and we're like, I don't think they're coming, and then we're halfway through the event, we're like, there's 2 girls here giving out free Red Bull everywhere, and we didn't know anything about it. But even then, we're super thankful that they even decided to show up. So they've always been really good. This last one was the first one where we actually had confirmation from them that they were coming, and they've been really supportive too.
That's cool, man.
No, you gotta, when you're playing video games, you gotta have your Doritos and Red Bull.
A little bump. Yeah, for sure.
So what's your guys' next event?
We don't know. That's the problem. I do know that May 24th we're gonna be helping with a Smash tournament here at Villainous Lair.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
But that's that's not an official Street Pass San Diego, so that will be a paid one. But it's supposed to be pretty. It's going to be really cool. I mean,
It's Smash Brothers.
Yeah, it's Smash Brothers. And I gotta say that the Smash Brothers community is probably like one of the coolest ones right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy?
It's just so nuts. I mean, it's blown up, and anytime you want to have an event, if you say, I want to have a Smash tournament, everyone's just like, do you want me to take a setup? So, I mean, it's so easy to have like, a large scale tournament because so many people are willing to, free of charge, they'll still pay to join the tournament and they'll bring a setup for it. Because everyone just wants to have fun with it.
Yeah.
It's been that way since
Melee, really.
Since I can remember, actually. I mean, I guess, on a community level, probably Melee, but even before that, on the 64, like when I was a little kid, I mean, it was like
That's
was
like
just
what set planted the seeds.
That
for
and GoldenEye, it was just
Have you guys tried playing GoldenEye recently though?
The
like
64
how
version.
Playable it is now.
Yeah,
it's really hard.
It's like,
we got a 64. Yeah, and it's
like, wait, what?
Just, I'm so used to the dual joysticks and having that ease of control, and we tried playing it months back on the 64, and
I keep reaching for like the second trigger and it's not there. I'm like, wait, what's going on?
It's so hard, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk this way, and I just end up looking up or down. So it's.
Did you play the one for DS, by the way?
No.
The one they re-released with Daniel Craig's voice?
No.
It was really hard to play, but really, really fun. They did a really cool job.
I didn't even know that existed.
I remember they did the Reloaded one for like PS3, and I think the Wii got it too.
They
gave out the golden Wii remote for that.
Yeah, there's four GoldenEye games that they've made. They made the original one, then they made GoldenEye Rogue Agent, I believe it was called, which was horrible.
Awful, right?
That came out on Xbox and I think PlayStation 2. And then they made GoldenEye for DS, Nintendo DS, regular DS, and that had Daniel Craig's voice in it. And then they made
the Reloaded, which is just the original one with updated graphics.
Yeah,
there was a source mod one too. That was pretty solid.
Really? I was gonna say the source mod ones are usually way better than that.
Yeah, it was like totally playable
when it's made. But this is what's so weird. It's like, well, I guess it's not that weird. But when fans make like games and they make homages to like their favorite games, they are so fun because they're fans and they know exactly.
Oh, I mean, it's crazy when you look at how many great games came out of the Half-Life source.
Yeah.
Just so many fans just took the source for that and made like these really cool games.
Was Portal made by fans, or was that made?
No, that was officially.
That was
Yeah.
official.
That
Okay.
was
That was a Valve release.
That was a Valve
Even
release.
the first one, like, because
Mhm.
wasn't there something with Portal where like that wasn't even supposed to be a big deal?
Well, Portal wasn't supposed to be a big title. They did it when they released the Half-Life.
Oh yeah,
the orange box.
Yeah.
They kind of added it as an extra, and it was like this
Yeah.
short game that just, I mean, it was the best thing on there.
That's my favorite game on. Well, actually, I was gonna say that's my favorite game on Xbox,
Yeah.
but it's a toss up between Portal 1 and 2 and Fable are
Fable?
my favorite games. Fable 2, sorry, Fable
Oh.
2. Not a big fan of the first one, but Fable 2 is like my
I think,
favorite.
yeah, I couldn't choose between Portal 1 and Portal 2 as far as which one's better. They're both
Portal 1
So
in my
amazing.
opinion.
like Portal 2 has that
Portal 2
entertainment.
jumped the shark a little bit, I thought.
I like Portal 2 for the entertainment value, the voices and everything. Everything was
And
like,
it's like
really
real
well made.
immersive and
Yeah, but Portal 1 was
Yeah.
like the one that I kept playing, trying to speed run it and failing.
Exactly. Portal 2, my issue with was it seemed too like linear in the puzzles.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you see this certain type of wall? That's where I shoot my portal right there.
Yeah.
There's like grass and vines everywhere, and then there's like one little patch of wall. That's where my
Yeah.
portal's
Well,
going.
also too because I mean the first one's a mystery. You don't know what's
you
going
don't know
on.
what's going
So when you're
on.
playing
Yeah.
Portal for the first time, there's
I
like
love
this.
that in anything, movies, TV,
Yeah, dude.
games. Like I love just
You're
being
like, wait,
Have you
dropped
played
into
what's this
somewhere.
robot doing?
Have you played Shovel Knight? by any
No.
chance?
Dude, I'm that's like on my list to get for 3DS.
So Shovel
Shovel
Knight.
Knight.
Shovel Knight is probably one of my favorite recent games.
Yeah.
Now it's on. I think it just came out on PS4 and Xbox One yesterday, but
Is there a
it was
PC port of
originally
it
on.
yet?
I don't know, maybe.
'Cause I don't have Xbox One.
I think
or
so.
But it's on
PS4.
it was originally on the 3DS and then the Wii U, and now it's kind of being ported. But on this game, it's old school 16-bit. I think it's
Mm.
not. It's not 8-bit, but it's 16-bit. Like that, the pixelation and all that.
Mhm.
But it's you just drop in. They don't tell you. There's no press A to jump or press B to do this. You just jump in, and
Is it a roguelike?
it's define roguelike.
Roguelike is a game where the progression is not based on like how far you get, because you like die repeatedly and start at the beginning all the
Oh
time.
no, it's more just like an old school platformer.
Okay. I was not that into the roguelike trend that just like
No.
2 years ago.
Or like
every
Dark
game-
Souls and that kind of game. or?
Yeah, that kind of fits
Because I couldn't
into
get
it. It's
into
more
it. I
like
rage quit a lot.
yeah, exactly.
A lot.
Dude.
There's a cool multiplayer game that it's called what is it, Screen Peak or something like that. I
Mm.
forgot. But it's basically everyone's invisible.
Mm.
So the only way to play it has to be a local co-op, and the
Mhm.
only way to play it is by peeking at the other people's screens to see where they are.
That's pretty cool.
That's right.
It's on Steam, but I've never
Made
played
by
it.
a fan.
Yeah.
'Cause only fans would think that way.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's it. Like no game developer is gonna make a game where the
Based on
objective
concept.
is the screen peek. Like
Yeah.
that's awesome, dude. Speaking of like multiplayer games, like since we're on the subject of that, like what do you enjoy playing like 3DS
I
more than
I love the 3D.
I mean more than like
No, I mean, I love Nintendo in general. Like
Mhm.
the Wii U.
Same here, man.
What I will say is the Wii U and the 3DS. These are games that I buy. The few games that I buy a year, I would say, I'm playing them a year later still.
Yeah.
With the PS4 or I don't have an Xbox One, but the PS4 and PS3 is I would buy a game, pass it, and get over it. Or even like the Call of Duties and all those games, all the shooting games, you play it, you get over it.
There's only 2 games for my PS3 that I still play, which are Red Dead Redemption and Katamari Forever.
Katamari.
Those 2 games I still go
So,
back and play all the time.
I can honestly say that every single game that we've bought for the Wii U
Yeah.
or the 3DS, I'll play still occasionally. I mean, every time someone's over, it's Mario Party, Mario Kart, Smash. You can't get over those games in the sense
No.
that it's still fun every time because it's like this. It's meant to be played with friends.
That's why Nintendo will always be around because, I love that they've even like said this openly. They're like, 'cause some people like dog on them for like not having like the gnarliest graphics
Yeah.
or whatever, and
Don't
they
care
say
about
we focus on fun games.
Yeah.
That's like we can guarantee you our games are always gonna be fun.
And that's
And
the
like
thing.
they're right. Like every time, their games are so much fun. Like
I have a friend that, a coworker. He bought a Titanfall. And he was so hyped up about it, and then like 2 weeks later, he was like, "I got over it."
Yeah.
and I can't say
that was a
about,
huge release too.
Yeah, and it was
like
a
big
super
time.
That was
hyped
a
release.
killer app. Yeah.
It was a super hyped game, and everyone was
Way
like
too
looking
hyped.
forward to it. And then when it came out, it just like 2 weeks
Same with,
later.
like Destiny, man.
Oh, I was just about to say, can we
Yeah.
dog on Destiny a little bit?
Yeah. I know people that still play Destiny.
That's the
every
thing.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
me too. I know lots of people
the
still
people
play
that play
Destiny.
Destiny are like usually they're also into like World of Warcraft or things like that.
I don't know about
'Cause-
that because the guys I know that play it like probably would be into World of Warcraft if it didn't have the time commitment.
Oh.
Like Destiny, they can just
But-
jump in and play with their buddies.
Okay. Yeah, because with Destiny, I mean, after you pretty much after you've passed the story,
Yeah.
you're just doing the same raids
Yeah,
over and
yeah.
over and over, hoping, keeping your fingers crossed you're gonna get some great loot,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then you do it again.
Just like WoW, dude.
So exactly, that's what I was
Played
like.
for
So if you're
years.
into that,
Yeah.
it's not a bad game.
What's your favorite multiplayer game? Okay, top three. Top three.
Multiplayer,
Of like all time?
Yeah, of all time.
Oh, that's
Whoa,
a-
dude.
I wanna see-
I want to think about this too.
I want to see
Yeah.
how in sync, because I feel like Adolfo and I are pretty in sync, because we're both lovers
Just-
of
oh, man.
Nintendo.
overall multiplayer games. I mean, there's.
Man, that's so like.
I have a lot
It's
of
like,
Can I say the
co-op, is
series?
this online?
Because I'm like,
Sure, yeah, that
it's so
totally
hard
counts.
to choose it. Like,
Because that's like Star Wars is my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But that's just Star Wars. That's like a group of things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You
because
can't
like,
like.
I mean, I can't. I'm not. I don't know. Like, if I could do, third, second, first, but definitely top three.
Okay.
I mean, Mario Kart is in there as far as
Dude,
multiplayer
sure.
games.
See,
There's
and this is exactly why I wanted to
I
ask
mean,
this
no, for
question
sure. Mario Kart-
because
Mario
Because
Kart is
there's
like
absolutely
still in
no.
dude,
Look at that. Ouch.
Oh, sorry. We're gonna.
No, that wasn't a. We have
Oh.
a secret handshake.
Ah.
He just
Dude, let's show my
dropped
secret
the ball.
handshake real quick.
Do the secret handshake. That's just nice. That's a very San Diego handshake.
All right, so that's three
so,
or one.
So that's. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where it would stand
Okay.
on the list, but
Boom.
it's in
That's
there.
up there
That's one
for
of
sure.
them. Okay.
All right, that's in my top three as well.
Yeah, just no matter
Even
how.
going back to SNES, man.
Yeah, just no matter how old the game is, or how many times you've played it. People are over it. If someone even says Mario Kart, you're
down.
Yeah, dude. And even if you're not that
drinking
into it-
Mario Kart, even better.
What are your drinking game rules for Mario Kart?
There's no rules. You just drink.
there's
no rules,
between
Dan.
races. You just
There are no rules.
You just drink.
Daniel Brozo. Goodness.
So
I want to make a Mario Kart drinking game now.
Let's do it. Next
Alright.
episode.
Next
We'll
episode, we'll
figure
just
it out.
play
That's-
Mario Kart and get
That'll
drunk
be our
on
news
screen.
segment.
that's my favorite. I honestly think, as far as multiplayer goes, that probably is like 100% my favorite. game.
Dude, Adolfo, we can chill anytime, dude.
Nice.
That probably is my favorite.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of
multiplayer.
all the other multiplayer games. I'm like, they don't really stack up to it. That's the
No.
one game that I'll still like. I gotta say though, I haven't tried Monster Hunter because if some of the Monster Hunter people are watching this, I've seen like that community is really strong, and
Yeah.
that's supposed to be a really solid multiplayer game. I just haven't played it.
Okay. Because you brought it up, I'm going to say something might be a little controversial.
Go for it.
Monster Hunter is really cool. I
Yeah.
dig it and stuff. Oh, I'm getting like evil ass from Michelle in the
You're
corner.
gonna get hate mail. If you say something
I'm
wrong.
getting mad hate mail right now. But
Hate
dude,
tweets.
I just don't like the way the characters move. I don't. They're so slow, and like I get that's part of the strategy. Like
I
that's
haven't
part of like.
even like played more than a minute of one.
Dude, it annoys. Like
But-
I get so frustrated because I'm like, dude, I would totally rock on this dinosaur right
That's
now.
how I
like,
felt about when I first played Gears of War.
Mm.
I hated the movement. I just everyone's so
I can't stand Gears of War.
like
dude.
everyone just moves so
Yeah.
slow and sluggish, and then you got like the dudes that have been playing it for a while, so they're really good at that whole like bouncing off the wall thing. I forgot what they.
Oh yeah,
call
that's
it.
all I would do. I would just like duck behind stuff and be like, like be shooting the whole time. But no, I couldn't stand. I don't know. Like for me, okay, I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant. So Monster Hunter, like
Okay.
it's like the perfect setup, and it's just everything about it just sounds awesome. You just get to go and grab all these weapons and go out and just hunt giant creatures and take
Yeah.
them down. That's like in our human instinct, like what we have to do, and yet like the crest of like dude, the peak of the experience just totally is a huge letdown for me. And maybe it's just because I haven't played with
I
cool
still have
people.
to play it.
I don't know, but it's just the movement's really slow.
If you want to go to one of the events,
Oh, dude, I'm
there's
definitely
always
down.
like a crowd of Monster Hunter people there,
Mm.
and
I'll hide my face. I'll like.
and one of them,
What are you guys
Peter,
doing?
is always like he's big on he will convert you to play Monster
Dude,
Hunter.
that's okay. See,
need
I would
someone
love,
like
I would
that, yeah.
love to, because everything about that game just sounds so cool. But
Yeah.
every time I pick it up
and he
play
takes
it,
the time.
I'm like,
He'll sit down with you and like show you like how to play it. Like he's really really good at it.
dude.
And
All right,
yeah, so
There you go.
go to one, look for Peter.
all right, we'll do. We'll do. All right, other game.
Back to other games. So this one's kind of I'm gonna have to specify, but Black Ops or Black Ops 2, but only gun game.
Okay.
Which I don't really care. You know, the party games in general.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
gun
yeah.
game
Yeah.
is probably my
Gun
favorite.
game's rad.
You know, just stabbing someone and hearing the humiliation over and over is that one I actually like. For it depends on the crowd you have. I mean, you know, you have people that like the shooting games, and I dig them.
I think you and I were talking about this the other day on the way up to LA. That like, there's so many people out there that play Call of Duty and they never play.
They don't play anything else.
They don't play that, and they don't play story mode.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all
Oh, yeah.
online, and it's
Yeah.
crazy because I'm like, dude, they spent all their money on making
Yeah.
the story for you to enjoy. Like,
And they're not
just
always
play online.
good
Yeah, especially
stories,
like
but
the
they're like
last one that has Kevin Spacey on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
You're like they spent Kevin Spacey money on this game.
Kevin Spacey money, dude,
And
for sure.
you know they spent House of Cards money on this, and and there's people that literally just get the game and jump right into multiplayer.
And it's like, why? I mean, it's the same
I haven't bought a Call of Duty in a while, but I still remember like whenever I would buy one, if I bought it the night of release, I would get home and there's already people that are like level 20 something like that have just they got home right away and played
Crazy,
it for
dude.
nonstop.
Calling sick. Like,
Yeah.
I remember I stayed home from school one day because I got Halo 2. And like I told my teachers ahead of time, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be here at school tomorrow. I got video games coming out. And then I came back the next day. They're like, never advertise that you're not going to school, Dan. And I was like, I don't care. I was playing Halo all day yesterday. One of the best days of my life. Screw you guys.
great game. Great
Yeah.
game. Okay, last one.
Last one.
You got? Hey, what do you have? Let's interject some of ours.
Let's interject.
Guess first, dude.
Well, he's got to think a little bit. doesn't
Okay,
he?
okay. What are you thinking?
Because there's a few of them that I'm like debating because I'm like I think Smash should be in my top 3.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
it's super fun and it's always one of those games that, especially now that they have like 8-player Smash and all that, but even just the old school 2 and 4,
Yeah.
you still have a lot of fun with people, and it's fighting games in general. You don't get too bored of them because every match is different. You're never gonna have the
Yeah.
same exact.
If you're playing with other people, yeah. So, I don't know what mine. Mario Kart for sure.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Definitely.
We all agree upon is in the list. I'm gonna.
yeah.
I'm
If
gonna
you do a
drop
good one, I'll kick something out of that list right now. If you guys have a one that I missed.
I'm gonna do a weird one, like not that weird, but some of my favorite gaming experiences ever is from EverQuest, dude.
EverQuest. Never
Back
played
in the
it.
day, like before there was like countless websites that told you how to do everything. Like in WoW, you just like press a button on your interface and it tells you go here and do this.
Yeah.
In EQ, like you had no idea what you were doing. You had to rely on like other players to like help you be like, no, you're this level, you should be going and getting groups and fighting and like high keep hold or whatever, like high pass hold or whatever, like. It was like so mysterious, and like WoW now, like you have a giant map. You can just look. Here's where I go. Hey, I'm gonna take this.
EverQuest felt more like an actual journey that you
It
were going,
really
like,
did, and it was like scary. Like
the
you're
danger was real.
it really was, and like it wasn't easy just to go up to like somebody and be like, "Hey, can you port me to this place?" Like, like that cost them resources and money. You had to save up money to get ports to places, and like if you just wandered too close to like a random encampment, like of
Kids
some
these
group
days.
with like a faction that didn't like your faction, like you had to choose a religion at the beginning, and if they didn't like the god you worship, they would
No
just come
way,
and
that's
kill
crazy.
You.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy,
EQ
dude.
was rad, and now it's like super. I'll use the
Do
term.
people still
it's
play?
Care Bear as hell now. No, people still play the crap out of it,
Wow.
and it's
I've
like
never
it's
played
mostly
EverQuest.
free to play now for a lot of the content.
Who makes EverQuest?
SOE, Sony Online Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
Cool. Oh,
But EQ.
keep going.
No, EQ, dude.
Okay. All the way.
From like 5th grade to like 9th.
We're
or
making
10th
the
grade.
master list right now
Yeah.
of like multiplayer games.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mario Kart.
Sure.
Huh?
Little Big Planet.
Oh.
Okay.
And I'm just counting them all.
Okay.
I love that
That's
game.
a fun game.
multiplayer. Multiplayer.
Finding all the like the user created maps usually were my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah.
And
Those
teamwork.
levels.
I love teamwork games too.
Yeah.
Like it's really fun.
There were some Portal themed ones that were really cool.
Oh, dude, I know.
On Little Big Planet?
On Little Big Planet. On the first one, I remember.
What?
There were some.
I have that game.
blowing my
After
mind
this,
right
we're
now.
going home. We're looking for.
You have
support.
Little Big Planet?
Yeah.
How many times have we been there after work and we're
I only have one PS3 controller now.
Boogie, dude. That sucks. All right, my number one game
Mm-hmm.
is, even though it just came out, I don't care. It's like one of the best like multiplayer games I've ever played. Fantasy Life for 3DS.
Oh,
It's absolutely insane.
I have not
love
played that game, but everyone that has it tells me how
It's
super cool.
I can't.
Everyone just tells me
believe
it's kind of like a mix of an adventure game and Animal Crossing.
Mm.
Yeah,
Is that-
but like way more
Remember
BA
that?
than Animal Crossing though.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's a mix of so much stuff. Like immediately the first thing comes ahead, it's a mix of like, it plays like a Fable. It plays like Fable. It feels like old school Final Fantasy, and it has like the cuteness of
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Nice.
Like, but what's really crazy is that, and it's one of those games where, at this stage where we are with handhelds,
Yeah.
as you're playing it, you're just like, you're not expecting it because you're playing a handheld. You're not expecting certain things to happen, and you're just like, oh my gosh, like this world is massive, or oh my gosh, like how'd they fit all that in there? Or like, oh, look at all these options they have for like every little thing. There's like a million options, and it's like, how did they fit all this on a game? It's huge. Like
Yeah.
I can't. It
That's
blows my
tight.
mind.
I have not played that game though.
You actually have to have a higher SD card to play the game. You have to have like you can't have like a 2 gig in there. I think you have to have like a 4 gig or something like that to play Fantasy Life.
I don't even know what I have in mine.
Most DSs come with like a 4 gig anyways, but I remember my buddy had to like, I don't know why, I think he had to use one, but he said he couldn't play Fantasy Life. But so they like put a bunch of stuff on your cards, so like it takes both while you're playing, but it's so amazing. It's so worth it, dude.
I'll try it out.
You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And the multiplayer in that is insane. So
There's a multiplayer.
yeah, like
Okay.
you can go on adventures with like all your friends. So like whoever. Oh, and the way they do it. All right, I'm gonna get
Get
down
into
to
it,
it right
get
now for
into
a second. So in Fantasy Life, you go to like the town, and you open a portal for your friends to jump into,
Yeah.
and it's literally a portal. Like you open a portal in the game, and then all your friends go find the portal, and they hop into the portal, and they like pop out into your world, and then you
Okay.
go and like do whatever adventures you want to do, and whatever they find. Like even if like I'm a way higher level, like my girlfriend and I were playing, I was a way higher level than she is, and we went on like a bunch of caves, and like I kept trying to heal her, but like all of the stuff that she collected, she took back to like her world. So she had like all this like money and like massive weapons and stuff.
Oh,
and
okay.
so much fun, dude. So it's awesome. So if you want to like, it's like a really easy way to like level up if you want. But sorry, dude, I'm gonna go off about like Fantasy Life.
Fantasy Life power leveling. Yeah, dude.
I love that game so much, man.
I gotta try it.
Yeah,
That
it's
sounds
good.
tight.
It's really cool.
Word.
So, want to get to those Twitter questions, dude?
Yeah, let's get some Twitter questions.
So, our boy wanted to take them cold.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
dude.
This is Dan's favorite part. I
You
always
can do it
tease him.
today. You're close to the computer.
No, you got to do it. It's your thing,
I'm just
man.
wondering like what
Scoot
kind
it
of
in
questions would it even.
It feels wrong if I do it. Dan broke the computer.
Sorry. Before we get to those, if somebody wanted to start doing what you guys are doing in like a different part of the country, do you have
Yeah.
any like wise words for them or advice on like how to get started, how to contact these companies to like give you promotional materials and that kind of stuff?
Honestly, the best way is just you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You can go to anywhere. Just if you wanna have a small meetup and just tell people hey, let's all meet up at the park.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to GameStop and ask if they want to donate anything for the meetup.
Yeah.
You can reach out to companies and say, hey, I'm starting up a group. I want to start doing meetups with not just with friends, but say I want to start having meetups and growing a community out here.
Mm-hmm.
Would you guys be willing to donate something? And a lot of companies, you'd be surprised, are really, really cool about opening up to communities.
Yeah. I mean, it only helps them in the long run.
Yeah, and then same thing with venues. I mean, if you're starting out, chances are it's not going to be huge, but reach out to the your local, I guess, the county libraries, or there's got to be halls, or sometimes places will let you have an event like Villainous Lair.
Yeah.
So look for places that might be willing to, and just you lose nothing from asking. I mean, right now after this, I'm actually gonna go talk to a different venue about hopefully the May event, and if if that pans out, it'll be awesome to just have it done now. But if not, then I just got to keep looking.
What's some of the coolest like promotional materials you guys have gotten? Like what's the coolest donated item you guys have been able to give away?
We've gotten some from Nintendo. We got a lot of really cool Smash, like the gold medals that they were giving out at E3.
Dude, that's so rad. Do you have any of those left over? I'll buy some from you.
PDP just recently donated like a GameCube controller and a bunch of like cool cases.
Nice.
Red Bull donates Red Bull. That's always appreciated.
It is always appreciated.
And they always bring like all the new flavors, so I get to try those out without having to spend money on them. And
all right, is it time? Is it Twitter time?
Twitter time.
It's your time, dog.
Okay.
So this one is from Maydino 2K. What was the first Street Pass event game? Do you remember?
Nope. No idea.
At least you're honest.
I didn't even know Street Pass existed when.
I almost didn't keep that question, but I thought it might be interesting.
I mean, I know early on there was a lot of Mario Kart, but I doubt it was Mario Kart. I know that early on with the first Street Passes, there was a lot of. I mean, that was one of the better games to do multiplayer with on the 3DS.
So, all right,
I'm gonna say Mario Kart.
Okay.
Weren't you saying there was like a spy game or something that would alert you when people were nearby?
Yeah.
And what were you telling me about that?
They've done that on cell phones, haven't they?
Yeah. What's there's one out right now, or it's coming out.
You were telling me about the Curseborn Saga, dude.
Yeah, like so you can be like playing, because it takes like the AR. The DS thing takes like the AR. So like you can be playing and like shooting and stuff, and like if you're on a team and people run out of ammo, you swipe your finger to the left, and you can send them like a cartridge, like a banana magazine.
Where they are.
Yeah. Because really you're all playing like on the same little like channel or whatever. So like if someone's like, "Oh, I'm out of ammo," and you like swipe it and like you toss it to them, and so it goes like the person to your right.
That is really cool.
I gotta look that up after the show. I remember what that is. But yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. I feel like it's not out yet though. I think they're like
in development. It's
the reason I feel like it's not out is because it's gonna utilize the second stick.
The C stick.
So it's gonna be only for the new 3DS. Yeah, that's why I feel like it's not out. But
the whole new 3DS thing. I mean, it's gonna happen. I know it's happened at every single generation of the handhelds, but
I think they're doing it the right way though. They're not just like making
at least they're not
system.
It's not like the Game Boy Color when it was like here's the Game Boy Color. By the way, all your old games. Any new game coming out, you can't use it on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
But it's just like Xenosaga. Like
dude.
There's no not Xenosaga.
Xenoblade.
Sorry. Xenoblade.
I know what you meant.
You gotta have, you gotta have that on you can only play it on the new 3DS.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, a while ago when you were talking about like Halo 2 being your that game where you like miss school, I almost missed school because I ended up staying up like till 5 or 6 in the morning once playing Xenogears when that first came out. That game I could not put it down. I could not put that game down, and I was I was like in middle school and I could just not. Bedtime did not happen.
No,
All right, we got to do skipping school stories. My first one was for Final Fantasy.
I skipped school
Tactics.
for E3 one time.
Tactics?
Advance.
No, I'm just like Tactics is a good game.
Yeah, Tactics is
Advance.
great. Yeah.
Tactics Advance.
Not
the one for PlayStation.
Okay.
Because people are always like, "Oh, did you get Cloud?" And I'm like, no. All right, not that one. But yeah, the one where it's like they knew they were in the Final Fantasy.
Oh, they
world.
Knew they weren't.
Like they get sucked into it because they're like reading the Final Fantasy book in the very beginning, and they're like, "Oh, I'm reading this book called Final Fantasy."
It's like never-ending story knockoff.
Yeah, pretty much, and they all get sucked into it, and it dealt with a lot of like really thematic elements. I don't know, but we don't even know about that.
We're getting tangenty today. Very tangenty. All right, at Adamber122. Would it be fair to say that Street Pass events have kept Nintendo 3DS systems in the spotlight?
No. I mean, the 3DS, their releases are what's keeping them in the spot. I mean, it's really cool to have the Street Pass events.
Yeah.
And I think it gives everyone like a really cool place to, meet up with other like-minded individuals. That sounded really Nice. You know, it just
Sound very pro, dude.
Yeah, it's not very pro, but it's. I think the Street Pass events more than anything they help more than anything, I guess, keep the community kind of together and you know, finding new people to play with. But as far as, I mean, the 3DS, I mean, even before I started attending just attending, the releases, I mean, everything they announce, I'm like, I want that game. The 3D function, I think, is, I could do without it now.
You are such a nice guy, dude.
What?
He's not going to charge people for events. He's so honest. Like, dude, congrats, bro.
I just think the 3DS is, I mean, in general, I mean, Nintendo just puts out solid games. Not that
they better hire you at some point, man. Like, this isn't
cool.
Like
a PR dude.
I don't speak
I'm gonna call
for
him
the
up and say,
third-party
like, hey,
games, though.
dude,
Those are
you need to get Adolfo in, man. Like, this guy loves you.
Little praise.
He loves you more than I do.
Okay, this is from @FreeSportPredictions. How massive would you like the Street Pass events to get?
You know, I think we've had that question like within ourselves asked before. You know, obviously we love growing it.
Yeah.
But I have no idea like how much bigger we could get without it becoming detrimental to the group.
Yeah.
I mean, so far
and costing way too much.
Oh yeah, the cost, and then even then, like I guess a good example is you're always gonna have growing pains. We've had a really good community. Everyone that goes so far has been super awesome. I mean, when with other groups that we've worked with, controllers go missing, games disappear, things like that.
Dude.
So far, every time something gets lost, it's brought up before the person knows they lost it.
Wow.
Like, people just bring it up and they're like, hey, I found this case with 3 games in it.
That's so cool,
And you're just
man.
like, so then I voice it out and someone's like, oh, you know, like,
Oh man, that's rad.
that's a really cool community.
So cool,
That's a good
dude.
group of people then.
I think this last event, it was the first time we've had something actually go missing. And, you know, it's just one of those things that it really bummed me out at the moment, because I had just been telling everyone about how awesome it was that we've never had like anything stolen, even though at one point it was like
that idea in someone's
yeah,
head. Like, it's perfect time for me to steal stuff then.
they'll never see it coming.
That's messed up,
Because
dude.
we've had events with 200 people and just 3 of us working them.
Yeah.
And we've been fine. And then just this one, it was a bag with a control that went missing, and it's a bag that a lot of people had. So I really am hopeful that
Maybe it was just
took it
that
on mistake.
someone thought it was their bag, and you know, they'll return it.
Nice.
But so as for the question,
Yeah, how big do you want it to get?
I mean, I wouldn't want to exclude anyone. As many people as they want to come, like, awesome. Just, you know, it's not something that I would hope, or, you know, I wouldn't hope to become like this big Street Pass, like, you know, like convention, Street Pass Con or something.
You say that now, but
you know, it's just I want to. Well, not just me, but we want to be able to keep it free for everyone, and safe is the other.
yeah.
As it is, I think when we hit, I think the library says they have a limit of like 400 or 500 people, but when we hit 200, it gets pretty crowded.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would also be another issue, is finding venues that wouldn't charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you guys do continue to grow it, I mean, sponsors might be more interested in it. At that point, might be down to throw some money for a space.
That might be that might be cool. Or I was also one time I threw out the idea of we might be able to just split it up and, you know, have like the same day we'll have something up north and something down south, and that way, you know, the people in the Oceanside and Vista areas can go to the northern ones. And
that's a little bit of a trek. It's a schlep. Okay, this is from @Loris Frigones. I'll settle on that. On a personal level, what has been your favorite experience in the 3DS Street Pass events?
Oh, well,
That's a good question.
Oh, actually, I can answer that right. It was actually pretty recent. We Jack Specific donated these really cool Mario Kart like radio RC tracks. So you had like little Mario Karts, and they had like, you know, they went upside down and everything because it was for Mario Kart 8.
That's so cool.
So one of the guys that attends, he's actually a friend of ours. His name's Andres. Andres actually he won the Mario Kart tournament and won the track. And he had seen on Facebook that someone said that he hoped to win it for his son. So he just gave it to them when he won.
What
right?
in the world,
Heck
dude?
yeah.
This is like the nicest group of people in the universe.
This is the
and we've been hanging out
this
the
is
wrong
3DS
spots.
sweet pads.
Nice,
and that's not
dude.
even the first
Right
time
here.
he's done something like that. He's just super nice people all around.
That's
but
rad, dude.
that was probably one of the coolest, like moments of like, oh man, it's super cool that just people are like this here.
Dude, that's amazing.
Because it's a huge
Fact.
contrast from when we used to work with the other group and do like Call of Duty tournaments and just hear all kinds of expletives coming from like little 11-year-old kids like trying to get in the opponent's head.
I mean, that kind of illustrates the difference between like that FPS world and the Nintendo world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
Nintendo's really managed to keep that like. It's like that all ages, very family friendly.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like you don't feel lame for like playing a Nintendo title.
Heck
Like,
no.
I don't know how they pull. It's like Star Wars, dude. Like I feel the same way about Star Wars.
A really cool
Yeah.
like there's like an older gentleman and his daughter who's she's an adult. They meet there. They don't live together.
That's
They
so
meet there
cool.
like on I don't know if it's on every month, but when they show up, they both they don't know if the other one's coming, but they both do, and then they hang out. Father and daughter type.
That's rad.
That is amazing, dude.
That's so rad.
I'm gonna
Okay.
cry.
I know,
a little bit,
me
dude.
too. I'm getting a little misty. This is from @cool.hats.34. I really respect cool hats. When you first heard of the 3DS technology, were you aware that this is where it was headed?
No.
Yeah.
When they first announced it, I thought it was just gonna be that it was just gonna be like, oh cool, like 3D without glasses.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gimmicky. But then when I started seeing the games announced, I was like, oh, that's gonna be pretty cool. So then I started getting more into like, I will buy it because I have not had a handheld since the Atari Lynx.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And before that, I didn't have any handhelds. Period.
Dang.
So I went Atari Lynx and then 3DS, and the Atari Lynx really turned me off toward the handhelds.
I believe you. Yeah.
Not a very good console to have, but
Is that like the big boxy
it was
one
huge.
that had
Like,
the
it was
first
also-
backlight?
Yeah, and it was really weird because you could I guess they wanted to make it ambidextrous, so you had the crosshairs and the buttons on both sides, so depending on how you
That's
wanted
right.
to play. And
Dude,
I
that's
think the
so
only game I
weird.
liked on it was Chip's Challenge. So that was like
Did they have like a Doom kind of game on there too?
yeah,
though?
it sucked.
Like it wasn't
No,
Doom, but it was
not
like
good.
a
It was
really
not
It was
not good.
Dooms.
yeah with like two
Crappy
U's.
Yeah.
Dooms.
Little dots over the U's.
Oh man.
So yeah, the 3DS, I started seeing more of what was gonna, what they were gonna put out, and I was like, this is actually really cool. Like now, I think I want it.
Yeah.
And then Michelle got it first, and then next thing I know, I'm like stealing it to play Animal Crossing for myself for a while.
Mhm.
I know
all the time.
so many people, man, that are like that have been like, oh, what, like 3DS, it's lame. And then like I'll like my buddy, I went over to his house and he was like, I was like, oh, can you like play this level for me? I gotta go like do this thing. And he was playing it, and then it was like 2 weeks went by, and he went out, and I came back, and he bought like a 3DS and all these
It
games,
happens.
and he was like, dude, he's all about 3DS
They're
now. And I'm
fun
like, dude,
games,
what?
man.
Like, you get
They're really
addicted like
fun.
really quick.
Yeah.
And what's cool about it, especially if you're into like playing with your friends and stuff, you can just like text your friend, hey dude, you're on break right now, let's hop on, play some Mario Kart online really quick. Like heck yeah, dude, like anywhere you want. That's so
Exactly.
cool.
The online playability is really cool. I mean, like when we started doing Animal Crossing, we'd have like on Sundays when you do the beat thing, when the lady with the beats, my sister and Michelle and my sister's boyfriend and I, we would all look to see who had the lowest prices, and then we'd all go to that town, and it's just everyone's like trying to like play together on Sundays because of it. But it does bring people together in in that way, that you find you have a game and you can play it at any time, at night or in the day, or like you said, during breaks, you could just hop on, open it up. It's always like on that sleep mode, so as soon as you flip it open, it's ready to go.
My buddy actually, because I used to work at Vaughn's like a little while back, and my buddy still worked there at the time, and any like time he was on his break, we'd play like Mario Kart and stuff, and it was really funny because this one time, he was like, oh yeah, I'm on my break, and 15-minute breaks, usually, and we were playing for like 45 minutes, and I was like, I remember I texted him, I was like, hey dude, like, don't you gotta go? He's like, oh no, it's cool. few weeks go by. I'm like shopping there and stuff, getting some groceries. I'm like looking for him. I don't see him, and like I was like, oh yeah, whatever happened to Patrick? And the manager's like, oh, he got fired for being on his cell phone. And I was like, he wasn't on his cell phone, but because we did that all the time. Like we were always playing like games and stuff on his breaks. And I was like, dude, don't you have to go back to work? Like your lunch is only a half an hour. We've been playing for almost an hour, bro. But yeah, it's so much fun. It's awesome.
Rad. This is from @grun_gish. What is your favorite Smash Bros? 3DS or what?
No, it's not the 3DS. I mean,
what's up with that question?
3DS or what?
Or what?
Aggressive Grungish.
Oh, I mean, I will flat out say I'm terrible at Melee. Like that's not my favorite because I'm slow. That game moves way too fast for me. I see, especially when I play against people that are good. It's just it's just like Marvel versus Capcom. Like I can play the game, but really,
I'm bad. Like I love it, so much fun, but like I'm so bad at it.
I'm not very good either,
I'm
but
bad,
I still enjoy it.
Like, you know, Melee and Marvel vs. Capcom, those are like the two games that
Marvel vs. Capcom.
I think I like when I play at home. I'm like, I'm not bad, and then I play against people, like anyone that has played it that's not me, and they're really good. Like I've lost in Marvel without touching the ground. You know, like where every character has just died in the air, like without ever hitting the ground, just constant combos.
I've told you this story before when I've played online. When I first got the Smash Bros for 3DS, I was playing online a bunch and I was trying to get really good, and I started noticing I was playing with people like all over the world. They'd start ganging up on me, like they'd see me in matches, and they'd start just like taking me out first and then fighting each other. It was so messed up. I'd be fighting.
Get this out of the way.
They would all like team up and be like, kick me up. Like, all right, now let's have fun.
All right, let's get this out of the way really quick, and then.
That's sad.
For a while, it was Brawl. Brawl was my favorite because it was significantly slower than Melee, and I got the grasp of it. And then, but actually, I really
Brawl was really pretty too.
Wii U has a really good balance. I think
absolutely.
It's not too slow, and but I could still play it a lot better than Melee.
Cool, man.
That's so. I would say Wii U is my favorite version of it.
Did you see Nintendo's announcements on their new console stuff?
No, on the new console on the.
I hoped you knew more than I did.
No, I mean I've seen that
like a day ago.
I know that they're announcing that they're working on a new console.
Yeah.
So far, it's just called NX. Is what they're calling it, but I haven't heard anything about it.
Nintendo.
Yeah, they haven't. I haven't seen anything else on it though. Just that it is official. They've announced that they're definitely working on something.
They haven't released any details on it yet, though.
No.
I was hoping you had like some inside Street Pass info.
I mean, there's rumors that the Zelda game got delayed because it might be coming to that, but I doubt it.
No.
That's going to be a while, isn't it?
So it was supposed to come out at the end of the year.
Zelda game.
No, NX is going to be.
Oh, NX is it'll probably be a while.
Because I mean, Wii U is still going strong. I thought.
If anything, Wii U has gotten strong. It started out pretty slow.
Yeah, it started very slow.
But this last year has been very good to the Wii U with Smash and. Well, Smash. Smash got a lot of sales, but even then before
Mario
that,
Kart helped a bit too.
We got it with Mario Kart.
Yeah,
when that game came out, that was the reason for us to finally pick one up.
Most people I know got it because of Mario Kart.
Yeah, that was the reason for us to pick it up. I mean, we knew we were gonna get one eventually, but Mario Kart got announced, and we're like, that'll be the day. So we pre-ordered Mario Kart. And then when I went to go pick up my pre-order, I bought a Wii U.
Do you know Rachel Hall and Alex Tiedman?
Oh yeah, they've
that's awesome.
That's how I even know about Digital Lizard.
That's tight, dude. So
yeah, we're hanging out with them today.
Nice. That's rad, dude.
Shout out to Rachel and Alex.
Cool. Shout out Rachel.
They'll see
and Alex too.
They'll see this 2 weeks later. I'm gonna hang out with them tonight.
That's the one. I love Alex, dude. Like every time I hang out with them. Every time I see Alex, he like always has like a new beard, and I don't know. He's
a new beard.
Yeah, his beard. Oh, beer.
Yeah.
I was gonna say his beard's pretty constant.
Yeah. Say,
his awesomeness.
I'd like to know somebody that has a new beard every time you see them.
Just every time it's just shaved different.
I got Fu Manchu. I got the Thor today.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we know them. We're hanging out with them.
That's right.
Actually, I have a me account where I kind of like talk to the people from Street Pass San Diego, and I posted that I'm gonna be here. I don't know how it worked, so I was like, I don't know if you could stream it or have to show up at the Villainous or whatever it is. You could ask questions, and Rachel was the one that she told everyone, go on Twitter and tweet a question to.
That's so
DLOD.
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
What are you most stoked for in the future of the 3DS as far as like games or AR stuff, or what's got you amped right now?
Right now,
I don't even know about Yoshi's Woolly World. That looks pretty sweet.
which one? What am I? The shuffle?
The chocolate shuffle.
Oh no! Yeah, right now.
The truffle shuffle?
No, right now it's almost embarrassing, but I'm just completely stuck on Pokemon Shuffle. That's like
Why is that embarrassing?
it's because it's one of those one of those little puzzle games where you have to you get 5 hearts.
Yeah.
And then you're fiending for more, but you gotta wait half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a Candy Crush style
Yeah.
thing where you have to you get your you get so much gameplay, and then you're fiending for another heart, and I'm not gonna pay for it, but.
Dude,
Is
those
this
are two of my favorite things.
Is that like a
Shuffling
DS
and
store
Pokemon.
game? Is that like a DS store game?
It's a free one too. Yeah, it's on the 3DS store.
That's tight.
On the eShop.
We gotta get you hooked up,
I know.
dude.
I need to get one.
I've been bugging
putting
you
it off for
forever.
so long. They're only like $150 now too.
They're
for the
so
XL.
sick, dude. We'd
Yeah.
Well, I
we'd
mean, if
get down
anything,
all the time.
you're gonna want to pick up the new one.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
because it's gonna transition to that. So that's what you're gonna have to get.
Dude, I was gonna get a new phone, and I have the Galaxy Note 2, and I was gonna get the 4, but then I was like, the 5 already just got announced, so
Oh,
I'm just gonna
God.
freaking wait for that.
3DS is way more important than
I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, than like business stuff and making phone calls and staying connected to the world. Yeah. How do you feel about their announcement, Nintendo's announcement they're gonna start making iPhone games?
I'm not opposed to it. I was
Yeah.
kind of disappointed that the next Professor Layton and the next Fantasy Life will both be exclusives to phones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Exclusives. Dang, that is a little disappointing.
That was kind of disappoining because I mean,
love those.
Those are
Layton
two games with
man.
Layton and Fantasy
So
Life.
good.
Yeah, I'm
I mean,
pretty
it's
bummed.
perfect for that platform, though.
And
Yeah.
that's what's the company? Level 5
Level
that
5.
makes Layton.
Yeah.
And
Level
5.
something. Is it level
It's
5?
level
Yeah,
5. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was the disappointing part. I'm all for. If anything, I thought they should have just done an official emulator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
that's
cool.
what I thought.
I
That,
hate
Nintendo
Nintendo
soft buttons,
official.
though, man.
Oh
you
yeah.
could get
it's
one of
not
those
the same.
what are the
Those little things that strap onto your phone.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to that.
You could always do that, or I think well, not on that, but I know on the iPhone they have the one where it's like an arcade box that you put your phone into, and you have the joystick and buttons.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's options. I do hate soft buttons though.
Soft keys
because next thing you know,
worse.
you're covering up the game with your own fingers.
Exactly. I mean, there's.
I mean, if you have a Note though, you have a
I
lot.
know. I got a lot of.
It works for
screen
games
games.
like Final Fantasy 3, like the ones that they released.
Chrono Trigger had a pretty good port
Yeah.
for phones.
So and especially with the bigger screens. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah. I'm into it.
Well,
I'm
thank
down
you
to
so
play
much,
Layton.
dude, for coming
Yeah,
out.
Thank you guys for
Adolfo.
having me.
Yeah, of course.
That was
man.
really
This is
fun.
rad.
Invite me again.
So yeah, definitely, dude. So where can people check out?
Street Pass San Diego.
Get involved.
You got streetpasssandiego.com. It's the whole all the words. You got to type them out. So it's 3 S's in a row.
Okay.
Street Pass San Diego. Or our Facebook is facebook.com/ is spsd.3ds or something like that.
Mhm.
We
We'll
always
post
put up
links.
the links and
Put
stuff
up
too.
the links. That's even better.
So
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The website is a work in progress right now, but
It looks good. I was checking it out.
it's gonna change.
Yeah.
We're going
I like
for a
the
new
art.
layout. Thank
Yeah.
you. I say thank you like I drew it, but
I was gonna say, did you do it?
thank you. But the Facebook is where we really keep everything updated.
Okay.
Anything that we're gonna do, anything we're gonna help with, like the Smash tournament. It's not gonna be an official event, but we're gonna help with it. So we're gonna definitely announce it there.
Mhm.
On Thursday, actually, tomorrow.
Cool.
We're gonna be doing a online Mario Kart tournament. So,
Nice.
So we keep that updated so that everyone knows what events are coming up. And news, like the best of, I guess. The website gets every bit of news.
Yeah.
And then the best ofs go on the Facebook.
Gotcha.
Trying to
Awesome.
get those hits.
Very cool.
All right. Final question.
Yeah.
Are you ever afraid that somebody's gonna like slice that patch of skin on your wrist off because they want that
No.
full heart piece?
No, you know what's funny is a lot of people are like, "Oh, is that a Minecraft heart?" That's like
People say what?
they keep asking if that's a Minecraft heart, and I'm
Oh
like, "No,
my
it's-
gosh.
I wasn't sure if that was like the heart indicator, if that was like the
No,
piece
it's the
itself that I
piece.
can like get this, and now I will have an extra like bar of light.
Oh,
you have one too.
Oh, the love today, dude. It's just like
Can you feel the
getting
love
me.
today?
Oh man.
That's why it's the best community."
Let's go have a good cry, Adolfo.
Yeah.
Let's go downstairs, have a good cry.
All right, dude.
Thank you, dude, for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Again.
Peace, man.
All right. Do I?
Bye.
What-
Bye.
oh,
Do we
this-
wave?
I did this so awkwardly.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
He's doing his Jack Nicholson impression.
No, that's-
Where'd you
that's
get those
weird.
sunglasses?
I don't know. I just
They found him over there.
pulled them out of thin air.
You're like,
Yeah.
I got a pair of sunglasses. I
They're
got some
shining
real
down.
good ones.
They were shining down on me. While I was thinking about my Schmidt life.
nice.
Get it?
Yeah.
I tried to do one of your things where you like combine a bunch of different things together, but I don't think anybody got it.
portmanteau.
Then I flew over the cuckoo's
Hey,
nest.
hold on. A portmanteau. That's when Dan does the portmanteau. And that was also in itself. I hate you guys.
Going up on a Wednesday. Gonna
Something
get some Star Wars trailer that ended up being
something else.
something else.
Okay. Let's stop singing songs and let's thank the viewers for watching our show.
Thank you for watching our show. I'm
Thank you
gonna
for
get rid
watching
of
the
these
D-Lod show. Yeah, I'll get rid of mine too so we can like really look you guys in the eyes and say thank you. Thank you, Meltdown.
Thank you,
Villainous
Meltdown.
Lair.
Thank you, Villainous Lair.
Thank you, everybody who's been helping us out in this venture. Thank you, Jesse, who's doing a nice little zoom in on my face right now, aren't you? No? You're doing a zoom out? I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing some producery things.
Something weird.
Find my stuff on battlecastshow.com or facebook.com/battlecastshow. It's a very, very fine podcast.
It
I do
is.
say so myself.
It's like if I had to one to 10, and 1 was like okay, and 10 was like super awesome, I'd probably give it like a 200. So yeah,
So
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah.
That scale doesn't even work.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
His stuff's pretty awesome too. Go to what's the D-Lod website? DLodmusic.com.
DLodBand.com.
DLodBand.com. Go to
That
that.
has all the
Check out
links
his
to
music.
everything. Our show, our music.
We got some
our-
stuff in the works right now, guys. We have like potential guests that are gonna like blow your minds in half.
Oh yeah.
We're doing there's a lot of stuff going on with the D-Lod show right now behind the scenes, and sadly we can't even talk about any of it other than saying, be excited, guys. There's some
gonna
cool
be cool.
stuff coming up
Some cool stuff coming.
down the pike. In fact,
Oh.
let's close this out with a classic, the Wave Runner. We call this one.
Yeah.
That's what we call that handshake.
right on, guys.
Where's your glasses, dude? That's the stuff.
That's the stuff.
I hate that, dude. I hate that impression.
On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday. I don't
Peace
know
out,
where,
guys.
I
We
don't know
gotta
where
go.
Gabe got this.
We've been idiots for far too long.
Sorry, guys. Thank you for bearing with us.
Peace out.
Bye.
This has been the Digital Lizards of Doom show live at Meltdown.